How are we doing, everyone? Yes, we are back again Monday night, ready to take you into this our little gardening trivia chat show. And as you can see straight away, look at Dan with his fancy new studio.
Wow.
Come on now.
Oh, Dan, did it take a while to kind of strip wallpaper and do it? Did you do it properly? Or have you cheated and rushed?
I did do it properly, but this is the last room in the house, and I stripped it all off. And then as soon as I stripped it off, there was another layer behind. So I thought, what? Who does this? But apparently it's a thing. But yeah, I've gone right back to the boards now, and it's all been done nicely. But Jane did notice last night that I had one wall here, and I moved the camera. She went, "You didn't finish that wall, but it's done now." So yeah.
Behind you, Dan, is that fancy like acoustic wood, or is it wallpaper?
No, this one's wallpaper. Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was that fancy like acoustic wood.
No.
You know,
it's the same style, but yeah, it's just that. But it looks good.
Cheap.
But cheaper. Yeah. And to be fair, I was actually going down that road of putting it in here, but then I thought, I keep thinking, am I going to sell and move this next year? So I keep thinking, is that a bit of a job? But yeah, the sound's okay in this room. But yeah, that was the plan. And then I seen this. Then I thought, well, I'll try it.
That'll do. Yeah. That'll do. Right, Audrey. Hello.
Yes. Hello.
So what time, Audrey? Because we've fallen backwards in our time. What time now is it for you? Is it?
Today, right now, it's 11 a.m.
Oh, that's all right.
And we fall back on Saturday, so it's not like
next year always a week later, and
it's just a week. Yeah.
Right.
Oh. So not a problem.
Jane, lovely to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, looking fantastic. Studio looking fantastic. Sound is perfect.
Well,
leave it at that.
We'll see tonight. We will. It's a gamble.
We will.
Yeah.
I still haven't got caught up with all my clocks, so time changes whatever room I'm in, or if I'm in the car.
It's funny, Jane, because we've got oodles of clocks in the kitchen, but as days and years go on, some of them are not working and breaking now, and it's getting less and less to change. You know what I mean? I know that one's broken, so I'll just leave it. So, yes. Hands up, I didn't even think about the clocks going back and totally missed it. Totally didn't even until I was sitting with me coffee in the morning, I noticed the clock and my phone were out of sync. So I didn't even realise it had changed. What a gardener. Failed at the gardener 101.
Well, I mean, we should all be getting up with the sunshine and going back to bed when it sets and working really hard on the garden all the way through, but that's not how it works. No.
I was going to say, Jane, you are very optimistic.
I don't do it. I think I should, but I don't do it.
We'll just go around the doors here. Audrey, I'll ask you first. Would you rather stay in your summertime time, or do you like this where the?
Oh, I hate these time changes. Don't like them. Yep, I think it's better than springing forward though. Falling back is always a little nicer than the spring one. But can we just make up our mind and leave the time alone? I don't know. I know there are reasons, but I'm my kids are grown. I'm past it. Let's go.
Yeah. In the hospital, Tony, it's a nightmare because if you do a night shift, you end up doing a 13-hour shift.
Yeah.
So they hate it. They absolutely hate it.
So not for you there now, though, Dan, because you're going. Oh, you will be going into nurse. You will be doing them big shifts. All right.
Oh, I've already been doing them for a long time anyway. So.
Right.
Yeah. But I do 12 and I do 12.5 hour shift on a Friday, and then uni the rest. Then so yeah,
it's making us sweat. It's making us think about work again.
Out when you do when at the other end of the year, don't you end up doing an 11-hour shift, or do you still have to stick to the 12 hours?
If you get it.
If you get it,
yeah.
That's. I mean, funny enough, I know this is a gardening one, but our shifts you would eventually worked out. But it might take you 7 or 8 or 10 years to reclaim that out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, gardening. What's going on? I went up to the garden. Would you believe the other day? The first time in 10 days, I went up, and I love it now because it's kind of, not saying it's static, but it's not much. You haven't got to fight. You're not fighting with gluts. You're not fighting with weeds. It's just taking over. You know what I mean?
There's just nothing there.
That's another way of putting. That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Oh, to be at that level,
Funny enough,
I'm still digging. I'm still doing it all.
Sorry, Dan, I'm just jumping in.
Go on.
There is some things that I've got pea shoots, which I'm gonna harvest, which actually were sown the same time as my peas, but I don't know why these didn't germinate with the whole proper lot. But there's quite a few pea shoots, and I cut back me chard, and I'm getting a lovely fresh flush now of chard. So there is things still.
Yeah.
Is there anything, any surprises, Jane, in your allotment?
Surprises? No. The chard, that's still going strong. It's so hardy, that stuff. That'll keep going forever.
Do you cut it back, Jane? Do you cut it back, like, say, once a year?
No. It just gets harvested, and then it ends up looking really, really sorry for itself, and I pull it up and give it to the chickens.
Well, you see, mine did that, and someone told us, a couple of years ago, just clip it right back. It'll come another flush. Then you can dig it out.
Yeah.
Remember the big mammoth trees you had of those charts a few years ago? They were shifting after digging those out.
Oh, I know. They were bonny, mind you, Dan. You know what I mean? It's a nice kind of bonny plant when it goes to seed.
There's quite a few things, though. I mean, what about the runner beans? Has anyone tried cutting the runner beans back and letting them grow back the next year? Because they're meant to be perennial, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it's just if we have a mild winter, though, but I predict we're not going to, but I have done it with the Greek Gigantes this year. I've chopped them all back because I had them in a raised bed, mulched it over today. I went over today and I walked over with a camera and you were in my head, Tony. I thought, I put the camera back in the car and I said, today is going to be like a me day. I don't need to film today.
Special day, me day.
Yeah, so I went over and I got triple the amount of stuff done. I cleared the whole one plot. And it's all composted now, and I did the paths, and I mulched all the beds. I did so much by just not worrying about angles and filming and what I'm going to talk about and stuff. So
it's funny, Dan, if I go with the camera and there's like a job in mind, you know what I mean? That's all I do for some reason. I don't finish that job, put the camera down and say, right, I'll tackle this.
Yeah.
I'm home. You know what I mean? So I think you nail on the head there. You do proper more work when you just forget about camera work and just think, right, well, crack on.
Because like today was all the boring things that I show doing, but I only show like a couple of seconds of me doing that job or a little bit of that job. So, but today I thought, I'll just get all the, because it was looking like I was neglecting my plot, but I was never doing enough to get it to where I normally would if I did a few hours over there. And I was over there 3 hours, but that was enough to clear the one plot away and get it all ready now for the projects I need to do. But it's just, when you film, it do take a whole shift really.
Well, and Tony, you had to get your caulking gun at the right angle for your last video.
Hey, right, Adam. Hey, it's the way you say it, Audrey. Yes, I got it.
Oh, yeah.
Funny enough,
kind of the star of the video this week.
You know what? As well, Audrey. You were. When I did that, I was, and I pressed finish, and I was just about to leave the allotment. I ordered the three extra tubes. They came 6 o'clock that night.
Oh,
wow! Do you know what I mean? Like Amazon.
Oh, I know.
6 o'clock that night they came, and I was like, bloody hell! You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that same day delivery stuff is crazy.
Do you think it's the right stuff, Tony? Because I was a little bit worried when I saw it because it said bond. I know it said bond and seal, but is there not like an optimum amount that it goes to? Because I was thinking maybe it just seals. Like if you've got a hairline crack in the wall or in some plaster or something.
I'll have to actually see, Jim, because I haven't been up again yet.
That's why I was wondering whether that's why it took so long to do it, and it's taken up so much stuff.
Well,
I didn't until you.
Pumping, I was thinking, 3 tubes ain't enough here.
When you led down and shown the gap, that's not what I thought was there. When you kept saying, "Yeah, there's a huge gap here," I was thinking it's not. There's only like a little, and I thought it was about a centimeter through it.
You know what I mean? Get me fat fingers through what. Someone mentioned, it's only after the effect, after the video. someone mentioned, oh, it's only should have just like sand and cement and just like, and I went, oh man, that would have been so easy. You know what I mean? Just like, but, and I maybe kind of, it's knackered anyways now, but it's got this like plastic runner on right round the greenhouse, which stops like the damp getting into the wood. So we'll just have to wait and see. But
it'll be fine.
And it looks part fantastic. Of the job.
To be honest, mind you,
always entertaining to see you with a tool in your hand.
Oh, I know.
Always entertaining.
Audrey, please.
Audrey.
Oh.
Can we cut that bit?
I couldn't do this on purpose if I tried.
You should be on the Carry On films. You should, Audrey.
Oh my God.
Nice pay.
Oh dear.
Me standing with me tool in my hand in my allotment. I didn't, you know what I mean? Hey,
okay, we don't need to pontificate about what that means.
And it was a cool day.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Talking about weather. Bloody cold now, mind you. Heating's on. 18 and a half. What's your heating, Jane? What's your heating temperature?
I don't know. 38, something like that. What's that? What's 38? I don't even know if it's...
Where are you getting 38 from?
38?
Are you talking my language, 38?
Yeah.
Because I know exactly what that means.
What does that mean, Audrey? Tell me. That's just what it says on the note.
It's Fahrenheit.
It's 6 degrees above freezing in Fahrenheit.
Okay, so that's why that's probably why I'm cold. Yeah.
Like the blooming
that's chilly. That's chilly. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, the radiators are on.
So that's what I was asking. What's your thermostat temperature?
It says 38.
Are you working in Fahrenheit?
Well, it must be because when it's not on, when the heating's off, it says 30. So that must be it, mustn't it? That must be 0.
I think you can turn that to
turn it up
Celsius. Mine's at 19.
Would Celsius be helpful?
19 up, 19, 18.5 at the moment. But
so what's 38 in Celsius, Danny? Come on.
Alexa, what's 38 Fahrenheit in Celsius?
You'll be setting everyone's Alexa off.
Here's Professor K.
Oh.
Would that be like 1 or 2?
It can't be, Jim.
I don't.
Does it feel that cold?
That's 3 degrees, 3.3 degrees.
Come on now, it's warmer than that.
Jane, you haven't got you haven't got it to 38 Celsius, have you?
I've got it to 38 something. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
It might be a
Well,
C.
if it was 38 Celsius, you'd be like in a sauna.
Yeah,
that's a fever.
Anyway, we have lit the fires. We've been lighting the fires just to keep us a bit warmer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but there has been a real drop, hasn't there? Just the last few days.
Freezing. Yeah.
It's vest weather.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's bed socks for me.
Oh,
the romance is still here. Oh, hey, get the socks on. Mine. I know that sounds a weird thing, but I've got this kind of Goldilocks. Can it be too cold? I'm such a finicky thing like that. And my fingers and toes, just as soon as it dips, you're thinking, bed socks.
Extremities.
So you sleep with socks and mittens?
Not mittens. And a hat.
I know. I'm trying to.
Jacob Marley.
Just trying to imagine this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm all about the teddy bear fleecy duvets now. I used to hate them before, but now once I turn to a certain age, I'm all for the fleecy duvet sets now, and they keep me so warm in the night times. Honestly, freezing. Yeah. It's so cold here as well. I don't know why. Yeah. I don't normally feel the cold, but this last year or so, and the plot. I was the same as your greenhouse. When I went in the polytunnel, it's like another world. I was out freezing, and I went in the polytunnel guessing. I thought, it's just a bit of plastic over some metal poles. But it was like, honestly, it felt like I was on a holiday. I thought, why can't I do all the work here? You know, the whole plot in a polytunnel.
Dan, is your allotment, are you like inland totally? So you will feel the cold, you get the colder temperatures than those, because I'm right on the coast.
Yeah.
So you're right inland, are you?
Yeah.
You're not that far away from the sea, are you, Danny?
No, well, probably about 20, 25 minutes, something like that.
That's not that far, really. Yeah.
But we got a lot of mountains around us as well, mine. So I'm right in the valley, so there is a little bit of a microclimate there, but it's still, when that wind comes through those mountains, honestly, it knocks our allotment. We've got a few new plot holders, and they're so naive in the way they're like, it'll be fine, our new greenhouse. But I'm like, those little metal stakes they give you with a greenhouse is not enough. And they're like, it'll be all right. And honestly, our site, it looks like a war zone through autumn and winter. It's horrific. And I spend more time before a storm. I was up there at midnight on that first storm because I was at home thinking, I forgot to shut the polytunnel. So I went up there at midnight with my little head torch thing. And I'm walking around other people's allotments around me, picking up pieces of sheets of metal and plastic because I'm so paranoid about it slicing the tunnel.
Dan, it's a good technique to get into, because I look around sometimes and you think, well, that's not going to move. Do you know what I mean? And things just tumble and get took off by the wind. And if it goes in your poly, it hits your plastic or your glass greenhouse. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Last year, because I'm in between the valley, and last year I had a stack of 10 pallets, wooden pallets, and when I came over after the storm, they'd all blown over to the other side. I thought, these are wooden pallets. I mean, you're acting like it's a piece of perspex, but it was once they catch them, and they just go.
Yeah.
Well, I also remember when I put my polytunnel up, the kind of makers, he actually sent us a lovely email saying, do on storms. I've seen so many people do wrong things on storms. Do this, do this, do this. And there was like a load of little instructions, like batten the doors front and back, do this.
I brace all mine, and I've got little screens that I put into because I've got mesh windows on my polytunnel. That was like an option when they built it for me. Like, they ask what you want. I was really lucky. I was like, Tony, I watched your building video a couple of times, and I'm so glad that, when First Tunnels come, they offered to build it as well. And I was like, God for that, because I have covered a few of them for friends, and I hated it. And I remember there's a video of when Tony O'Neill came to cover my first polytunnel. It looked like we had a lovely day, and we didn't have a lovely day at all. He was like, pull it, move the plastic, because it's such a job to try and tighten that. But they did it. Honestly, I'm not doing it. We had that big storm last autumn? And it was lamping down with rain for 2 days. It didn't stop, and they turned up for that, and they did it in that. There's a video on my channel, and they were in literally about 2 foot of mud, and they went through. They kept changing their clothes in the van. It was that bad. It was horrific. They've said it's the worst weather they've ever had to build a polytunnel. And normally they'd say, we're sorry, we can't build it today. But their next job was in like Lancashire somewhere, so they couldn't come back down. So they just brunted through it, and they were there for 2 days. But it was more like 1 day, but they did half it the night before. Like, when they were supposed to be going and, bunkering down in the hotel, they came at like 4:00 in the afternoon and tried to get all the framework up and all.
Right.
And all the hot tape, because they said there's a break in the storm, it needs to be dry for that. And how they done it, honestly, I just don't. And it is solid. My tunnel is, but I wouldn't.
I remember. You're on about just Tony O'Neill there. I watched Tony do, I think it was Liz Zorab's polytunnel.
Yeah.
At least that one. I watched that over and over. You know what I mean? Like getting techniques, getting tips, getting this and that. And again, I watched that video and it just went lovely. But I bet in reality, do you know what I mean? It's just like, dig them fucking holes, man. Dig them.
That is what it was like, honestly. I remember afterwards, I said to Jane, I'm going to have to have a lie down after this, because it is like, literally like, Paul, for God's sake, Paul. And you're like, I am pulling. And, on the video, like, we've had a lovely day. And, that tested our friendship. I tell you, get a polytunnel, that'll test your friendship with the closest of people.
I remember my son getting the plastic, and I said, right, pull. And he had longish nails, and I just seen the white of the and I was like,
"Ooh!"
And
you know that weight into it.
Oh yes,
and the first week,
hanging off full weight to get it right, but still didn't go right.
And the first week of you having that tunnel up, you're more precious than anything in you. You think that first week, honestly, is. Do you think there's up now? No, you're so anxious about any slight little thing, and
so is maybe getting your first tear a good thing?
Yeah,
so it's over. You don't have to worry about it.
I had hair before I had that polytunnel. I think I had some form, but honestly,
you know what we do to our polytunnel when there's a storm coming? Well,
cry?
I've got mine and Mike's got his. Nothing. Nothing at all. We're lucky if we go up and I remember to shut one of the doors.
That's mad.
Really?
But Charles Dowding does that though as well, doesn't he? He opens both sides of his doors and he says, "Let the wind go through." I'm like, "Let the wind through." I don't want any wind going through.
But yours should be okay, Danny, with your mesh sides. Because that's going to allow a little bit of give, isn't it? Yeah. It's going to bend.
I actually close them up. Well, I've rolled mine down actually, funny enough, today because
roll it back up.
Well, I don't. They are really good for those things as well of letting air blow through and stuff like that. But that was the reason why I moved because people when I first designed the polytunnel where I wanted it, and I put ribbons all out which ways I could do it. And people saying, why do you want it down there for? And the reason is because there is a corridor of wind that comes through there in the summer. And that's why it keeps that blight, because it's constantly, there's no plots down there really that have caused me issues. And it does blow the air out a bit and keep it cool. And then, I always pull the plants out. I'm not one of these people who go, let's keep the plants in to get an extra couple of tomatoes. September, I am done. I am fed up with tomatoes. Oh, yeah. They're out. I pull them. I've never seen blight in the tunnel because I always pull them out because I just don't like it. It's that powdery stuff. It's just I'd rather cut my losses and then whatever. You get so many, don't you? But yeah, we shall see.
We're back to bought tomatoes already.
No,
already bought tomatoes.
Have you not saved it? Have you processed?
We've used them. Every single one's gone. I mean, there's the odd one like. Here where we are now, I've got like a couple of troughs. There's the odd one there that we use for a salad, but 3 left.
No sauce. No sauce this year, Tony.
No. I mind when I bring a basket of fruit in, like vegetables in. You know what I mean? Straight away, half's gone to the daughter. You know what I mean? So I brought this big, lovely box of like chilies in. Half went. You know what I mean? Straight away, it's whoosh. So. Yeah.
I didn't can as much this year. Like I normally do quite a lot of canning and stuff. And to be honest, so I took a more relaxed approach to it. And I did do a lot of, most of my evenings, I'd be roasting them with chilies and peppers and onions and everything else I could find. And I was just blending them in the end and then tasting them to see if they were nice. And then if I needed to amend it, fair enough. But then I would just put them into sandwich bags and then just sealing them up, taking out the air, making them flat. And I got like a little library of sauces now and all written on them saying soups and chilies and everything's. They're all just little sandwich bags and they all just slot up in the freezer. So that's how I found it this year.
Speaking of chilies, do you want to see my show and tell?
I did see on your video, Jane.
Did you see it on my video, Danny?
Well, when you first started talking about it, I went to get a coffee, and when I come back, I thought, she's not threading Greek gigantes with the string. That's not going to... Because you was talking about that when I...
Look at that.
Oh,
there
nice.
We go.
Mind they are.
Every year I make one of those, a little chili ristra. And the great thing about it, it's so easy to do. It's just literally threading your chilies on a piece of... thread through the fleshy bit of the stalk. You don't want to go through the chilies. You don't want to go through the stalk. You want to go through that bit. Saying that probably isn't. Oh no, it is. There.
But do you just snap them off then? Do you leave the stalk things on in the string?
Just pull them off. They tend to just pull off. Some they leave the stalk, so it doesn't matter. But that will just hang in the kitchen now. I mean, this is just one, but it hangs off one of the light fittings in the kitchen, and then when we want one, just go and pull it off.
I've done exactly that, Jane.
They dry as well. So
I'm a bit lazier with them. I just literally cut the basket. I normally grow a basket of fire and I chop the stem at the bottom, turn that upside down, and I hang that with a little peg in the kitchen. And they all just stay on the plant. And they just got this little tree, upside down tree of... I just keep snapping them off.
And they just dry, don't they? You don't have to do anything else with them once you've got them set up, and they look lovely.
Show
really nice.
Show them again, Jude, because they are a gorgeous colour, mind you.
Isn't it nice? I don't know what they are.
What are they?
Oh, you don't know what they are?
They might be Padron. There might be jalapeno. But you can do it like that to make a little garland. You see, do it that way. That's what I did a couple of years ago, and they lasted for 2 years. Then I made them into chili flakes. Probably a bit dusty.
So,
but
Jane, are you? Because I've done that. I've done it for a couple of years, but I've done it this year. There's quite, I would say, not a third, but a little bit less than a third have went mouldy. Now I'm going through the stalk.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
I wonder why.
I'll show you.
Huh.
So,
I wonder why mine's gone.
Oh, there's my microphone. You're going through that bit, are you?
Yeah, but close to the thickest part of the stalk.
Yeah.
At the yeah, just like that. Yeah.
That's it. That's fine.
Yeah.
They shouldn't go mouldy. There might be one or two after a year.
Audrey, those paprika you sent me, they were the best. They were absolutely, and I didn't even have to smoke or anything, but they had this like smoky taste to them when I roast them a bit. They honestly, that was my most successful pepper. You know, that this year was those paprika seeds you sent. I didn't give any away in the end. I kept all the plants, and I grew them in little pots and bigger pots, and the amount of paprikas I had, honestly, I've saved some seeds, but I'm guessing that they'll be okay to grow again next year. But those paprikas that you sent me, they're my favorite thing right now. Just
nice, good.
Yeah.
What size?
Do you remember
chili
what variety it was?
Oh, they went a good. Yeah, they were huge, and they went to like a mauve red sort of color, and they were. But even if I didn't, I was just chopping them up and putting them fresh in a bolognese. The smoky paprika taste to them, it was just unreal. It was just so good. So yeah, thanks for sending those. They were
sure.
Dan, keep a couple of seeds.
Yeah, they'll be in your Christmas fig tree stick.
Danny, do you remember what the variety was?
I do know, yeah.
I'm just curious.
Because weirdly, you sent them, and then Robin sent me some as well. Just coincidentally, that they both sent the same variety, and they were called Hungarian Magyar, Magyar.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, I think they were from the ones that Robin sent were from Renee's Gardens, if that means anything to you.
Yep.
But I think they were the same packet, but they were just so good. Honestly, they were so good.
Oh, that's good.
Just as they were, you could smell, like holding them, you could smell the smokiness on them. It was just.
So are they like a kind of variety of like the Hungarian hot wax?
Same sort of size, yeah. Mine were huge. I had such a good year of them, and I gotta be honest, I didn't look after them as much as I should have. Like they didn't have regular watering and things. They were just in the polytunnel, but yeah.
I don't think
really
they'd be as hot as Hungarian hot wax.
Yeah, I don't think they're as hot. No, but the flavour
like
for chucking them in a bolognese, it completely changed the flavour of the bolognese. It gave it such a richness to it. Yeah, honestly, not a lot of things I look forward to growing next year, but they're never going to stay. They're always going to be on my list now.
He says as a gardener, not looking forward to growing much next year.
I tried those,
and then you see my polytunnel in March, and it's like Kew Gardens again.
Yeah.
I've already said I'm not growing as much next year, and I always say that, and
we all say that.
Do you want to see my show and tell?
Yes.
Another little care package.
Ooh, come
Another
on
little
then.
Care package. I'll even open it. Grown local, very kind.
Not more garlic. More garlic.
So this is elephant garlic.
Oh,
yeah, I was wondering I wonder how they'd look.
Lots of it. I've got 3 bags of it in here. I'll just show you.
Wow.
So it's elephant garlic, 5 cloves in a bag. Look at the size of that big boy.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Oh, they're blooming babies compared to what I got, Tony.
They are.
To be honest, there's no point.
No, they look good.
Said, I'll just keep them and use them. Why spoil them by me trying to grow them?
Oh, I wish I'd brought my clothes up now.
And me.
Yeah.
I'll show them next week. Honestly, I'll try. Oh, will they be in by then?
You keep your clothes to yourself, Danny.
I'll keep my clothes on. That's a thumbnail. Keep your clothes on.
Keep your clothes gloves on, yeah.
So Ian says he's got these in stock, but they're not. They're going quick. So
wow.
link in the description.
They honestly,
the address on there, so I cannot really.
You don't know. You don't know how much they are at Grown Local. How much
I think
they
they're
are?
£10. I think they're £10 for 5.
Right.
I think that's good.
Oh,
when we went to
very good.
When we went to Malvern, they were $3.99 a clove. They were this year.
$3.99. Actually, Ian's in there now saying $9.99.
Yeah, for the 5.
Yeah, that's a great price.
I don't know if there might be a code. I'm not sure. Ian, is there a code with me? I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah. My problem with my elephant garlic this year was that I grew enough, and then I roasted quite a few, and then I kept. You feel like you've got to give some to your friends, like Jane was mentioning in a video, and I've got just enough for the bed now, and that was not my plan. So yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying in this week's video. It was I started off with one bulb about 6 years ago, and each year I've maybe kept a quarter, and of course in the first year that's maybe 1 clove, and then planted the rest, and then done the same. And so now I've had about 14, 15 bulbs. But like you say, Danny, you give them away.
I'm tempted to get some, even though I've got some. Because the plan was that I would have one bed and then I'd have a separate bed that's half a bed of it, because I'm worried that if that ever happens to me, because a lot of the plots now, again, there's an allium leaf miner more and more. I'm worried if that happens, that will devastate the whole crop, and I'm left with nothing. So I'm always conscious of trying to have some things in a plan B bed, and that's what I've done with leeks, and I've done things with onions before in the past, just to have backups. But the elephants, I don't like not having a full bed. Though, even though last week I was saying, nice to have mix and match. I like to have a nice, especially in summer when I do them little pictures for my Instagram, I like to have a whole bed of cabbages, leeks, garlic, and stuff like that. But yeah, they're.
I'll tell you what,
that price that Ian's offering that at, it's fabulous.
That is good.
Is a fabulous price on elephant garlic.
And even Ian was saying it's good stuff. Do you know what I mean? I've bought some from, where was it? I can't remember, but I think it was one of the big garlicky things, and the cloves were tiny little mother chuckers. You know what I mean? And I was thinking,
I have got a few that are huge, but that's mainly because the bulb didn't split as enough. It only split like once, so I had 2 big cloves or 3. It normally only goes to about 3 or 4, don't they, Jane? They don't tend to split that much.
But do you put your biggest cloves back in? Because that's what I do. And leave the little. We're daft because we eat the little.
I don't leave them.
When I say little, the little are big.
No, I put them all in, but I normally put the bigger ones first and then the smaller ones. And the same with like onion sets as well. Like when people say, like, I've seen people sorting through their onion sets going, oh, there's all the big ones, and then I throw all the little ones. I put all those little ones in rows and I use them like spring onions. I just put like a cluster of 4 together, and then they're my first spring onions for the season.
Well, here's a question. I've got let's see who can answer this one. I've got some onions that I forgot about that I put in very late. And they haven't really, they're about golf ball size. They're not really worth harvesting unless you're absolutely desperate. They're all shooting again. Do I leave them in?
No.
Do I leave them in? Or will they just flower and then I can collect the seeds?
Because they're biennial, I would say that they're going to go to flower now. If you leave them, they won't grow anymore because they'll focus more on producing seed on the second year.
Yeah.
I would use them as pickled onions for Christmas.
Not a pickle
doesn't like pickled onions, Dan.
What do you think? What do you think, Audrey?
I have some of those very onions in my yard, and I'm just gonna probably pull them all this week. And I would do exactly that, Danny. I would just pickle them.
Yeah,
because they're not going to be big enough to use.
You can use the green bits though, can't you? You can use the
my green bits are starting to look a little worse for the wear.
When did you sow them, Jane? Or could you not ages ago? So they're not like say Japanese onions.
2022.
Still hoping.
I think it was ones that were left over, so the main ones were sown, and then when you find a little seed tray or a little, and you think, I forgot to put them in, so I've shoved them in. But it was probably about June, July time.
I do the same with the garlic cloves. So once I've picked all my garlic cloves and you've got those tiny little ones, I literally do a furrow like like you do with carrots, but deeper, and I just chuck them in. I sprinkle it over and cover it over, and then I just cut those off then and start the spring for like green garlic stems, and they're beautiful in it, like stir fry and all.
Yeah, they are.
I don't waste them. I just chuck them all in and let them just grow for the green shoots.
Talking of garlic, is anyone? I fancy doing this, you know, because does anyone sow their garlic? You know, Dan's allotment diary. Dan always like puts his in. I think it's March.
Yeah, I don't know how he does that.
You know what I mean? And they come out fantastic. You know what I mean? I've never seen him have a failed crop. Where
I don't know how he gets away with
in
that.
October, November.
Wow. I thought you had to have that split, you know. And the only thing that he might do, though, he might, you know, stratify them. But it's stratify it, isn't it, Jane?
Yeah, put them in like the freezer or something.
He might put them in the freezer for about a month beforehand, and then do that and trick them a little bit, maybe. But I don't know. I always do mine on Halloween, and I was trying to do them a bit earlier this year, but because of all that rain we had the last couple of days, tomorrow's the day I'm going to continue putting my garlic in. So, yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of doing it now.
Does it make a difference whether it's soft neck or hard neck? Would that make a difference? I don't know. Is one quicker growing than the other?
I know the elephant garlic.
The chat. If anyone's watching now on our chat or in the YouTube chat, does anyone do in March? Because it's something I wouldn't mind doing just for the sake of doing it. To be honest,
do a compare.
You know what? I might do the same then. I might wait till March and leave one or two and then put them in next to it and then see what happens. But I already know what. Well, I kind of think that it won't. But have you done elephant garlic before, Tony?
Yes. I find elephant garlic doesn't get hit by onion white rot.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. No,
for whatever reason, garlic does. Do you know what I mean? And the onion, but actually, Japanese onions and heat-treated Red Baron onion sets don't get hit. I know that's a bit specific, but if it's like any kind of white sturgeon or any, you know what I mean.
Red onions are more resistant for some reason. I don't know why.
Maybe it's that.
Yeah,
I know
they're too busy focusing on going to flower in February. That's what they're too busy trying to do. That's their problem. Yeah.
I still haven't got my garlic. I have not got my garlic yet. So I don't know where it's going to go. In the garden somewhere.
Well, what are you waiting for, Jane? It's like end of October.
I normally use like a Lautrec, and that I've got saved Lautrec from that, and I was iffing and ahhing whether or not to use it and get fresh. A friend went to Malvern, bought me Lautrec. That was fine. Then another plot holder friend who knows as well said, Danny, I've bought you a present, you know. And cause I gave him a few of the, you know, the first ton of hoops, because I got enough now. And I just thought it'd be nice, you know, to have on their beds. And so they gave me a big bag of garlic cloves, and they're all Lautrec as well. So I have got Lautrec, and I think I got about 60 cloves of them. So, but that's a beautiful garlic to grow as well. I'll check that in your goodie bags, Tony. I'll have to send you that sooner than later.
Actually, Ian sent us that, but that's in the hut downstairs.
You got Lautrec?
If anyone wants to send me any, I will welcomely receive them because.
Oh, wait on. Here's my garlic. Yeah. I was saying, if you remember last time, and these are lovely bulbs, mind you. Look at that, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So these are Mersey, is it? Mersey white?
I couldn't.
Mersey white.
That is so strange. That was the one I couldn't get last year.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've done.
I've not heard of that.
That's a good one. No, that's the one. That's the one. I think 2 plot holders down the road planted those. They had the best garlic.
Right.
Honestly, it would have been worthy.
That's a nice head of garlic.
That's the one I couldn't get.
Yeah.
Well, have you noticed though? When I showed this box last, it hasn't moved from this room. You know what I mean? It's still that's Ian's box, little care packages. That's kind of.
I normally do one called Cadors as well, like a Rose de Cadors, I think it's called. No,
that's the one that I lost.
We bought that one together, didn't we, Jane, a few years ago? And
what do you mean lost it, Jane? What do you mean lost it, Jane?
It was just rubbish.
All right.
I think you had allium leaf miner that year, though, didn't you? Didn't you have something wrong with something happened with that bed? Remember when he's pulling them out?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I am living advertisement for writing things down and then looking back, including your temperature of your house. And so if anyone asks you what the temperature is, you can immediately tell them. But
38.
It could be 38 Fahrenheit, 38%. We don't know.
38 Peters. We've got no idea.
Dan,
I certainly don't.
38%.
Yeah. It's the battery it is on the thermostat. That's what she's looking at. She's looking at the battery on the thermostat.
It could be the time. I really don't know.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, Jane, what make is your boiler where you turn? Is it a Nest?
Jane does not do
electric bike.
Tony, Jane doesn't do those type of gadgets, you know.
I know.
Learned by now. Our boiler, we don't even use the timer.
You probably push the little pins in, don't you, on the boiler? Remember when you showed those years ago?
Just press when we want the heating on, press the button. And when we want the heating off, turn it off again. And
I could not be without it now.
The whatever the temperature is, whatever temperature we seem to have. Oh, needs a little bit warmer. Press the button up. Press the button down.
Jane, you're living in a new. You need to go into the new age now. Honestly, I like it now. I'm just about to go into handover at the end of the shift. Tell all the staff then what's happened on the ward. I go on my phone. I turn the heating on. By the time I come home, lovely and toasty. That's what you want. You know what I mean? You want direct talking to you. And mine's set up that if I open the windows, it won't heat that radiator up in that room either, because why would it heat that room up if I've left the windows up in that room?
Well, this is all very well, but I think
mine's like a space station.
We've all suffered outages over the last couple of weeks, and look what happens then.
I know. And if the one side, this side of the house, if it gets too hot in these two rooms, this room and the bedroom, the curtains close. I've got those automatic curtain closers that they close the drapes to cool the room down and all as well. Honestly, I'm living in another world, you.
You are. Next time it's down.
But then when the internet went, honestly, I had to shut the curtains, turn the light off with a switch. Honestly,
you forget how to do it. You would forget how to do it.
It's amazing how we've got one on one side who's so technically, you can fly the spaceship. Then we've got someone on another side that's a bit unsure about even the heating.
Yeah,
we got.
But it
told,
is right though.
We're talking about the heating, but we got told off our engineer never to do that, Jane, off and on, because it takes that long for the house to warm up.
Yeah,
then it cool. It's only money.
They say it's better to just keep it on a ticking over on a low.
But where's the fun in that, eh? Where's the fun in that?
You have got your little fire as well, though, Newlyn, Jane.
I like the fire. It gets cold. You put a cardi on. You light the fire.
Honestly, she's like the Cratchits around there. The way she's going on.
It is.
Mind you, like the fire. Have you got like a wood burner?
We've got two, Tony. We've got a wood burner in like the middle room, and that sort of heats the whole house really. But then in the front room where we snuggle down at nights, we've got an open fire, and it only really heats that room. But our bedroom's above, so the residual warmth comes through. But there's nothing better than glass of wine, something good on the telly, fire on, candles. Oh, it's fantastic.
Jane, technically you've got three though, because you've got one in the shed as well, like me.
I've got my tent stove in the shed. I'm just basically ruining.
Tony, why you haven't got one in your little shed? Honestly, they're the best thing ever.
Because the allotment's so close, Dan. I don't steal. You know what I mean? Do the video.
I sometimes think that. Sometimes I'm there with a log burner on. I've cooked a bacon sandwich. I'm there on my laptop. I think, why am I paying the mortgage to live in this house when I'm in a shed making a bacon sandwich on a log burner? I think,
it is a treat. It's if you're going to be up there all day,
Yeah, that's what if I'm spending a whole day up there, it's lovely.
So just out of curiosity, Jim, where'd you get your wood from?
We'll have it delivered. We go sticking every now and then. We've always done that because wherever we've lived, we've always had an open fire. So, if you're out with the dog.
Sticking?
For years, we've just always gone, that's a good stick. And, you end up, before you know it, you've got a few, you're going home, nodding to the neighbours, they're avoiding you. And, So, but we get it, we've got a very good supplier and we get it delivered. So, But we're trying the smokeless coal as well, which is okay, but you've got to get the fire really, really hot before you put that on. But you can bank it up with that. So,
Audrey, imagine you having to do this. Imagine you have to stoke the fire and.
Yeah, we don't have any natural fires in the house.
No.
Well, I shouldn't say that. We have one in our basement. We just don't ever use it. Because the one we have up here on the main floor, it's a gas fire. So it's more just.
You got one in your basement, just in case you fancy getting toasty in the basement. It seems a strange place to have one.
I wasn't here when they built the house, so I just know there is.
Maybe it's like an air raid shelter down there just to keep you warm when you.
But nobody's down there. It's like the only time people are down there is Christmas.
Well,
when the kiddies come home,
you spend Christmas in the basement. It's getting
better. My children
getting like James here.
The children in the
children in the basement. All right.
Yes.
That's
just you watch your manners. You're in the basement. Yeah. You see.
So Tony, do you want to show my? Show and tell.
Oh, please.
No, do you have it?
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let me. You're very right there. Just waiting.
We all do lives as well. This is the thing about this. We all do our own lives.
Look at that.
Oh,
look at that.
How long have you been married, Audrey?
It's beautiful.
A 2-pounder right there.
Is it?
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, 2 pounds.
So which am I looking at the roots on the top, Audrey?
Yes.
Right. So he must have took a while like scrub them clean because they're right.
Yeah.
Well, here's what's lovely about it: when you buy it at the farmer's market,
it's clean already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it was purchased. So I could not. I grew a dozen, and they were barely the size of a small baseball. And these babies are bigger than a softball. I mean, they are literally.
Audrey, I believe you'd grown that.
And me.
Yeah, yes. Well, I guess I could have pretended, but
it's farmer's market.
Oh, come on now, Audrey.
Yeah, we've been to the farmer's market.
Yeah, that means you bought your jalapenos again. Then you bought your garlic and your courgettes.
I grew so many jalapenos. I did not need them.
What will you do with that now, Audrey? What will you do with it? What will you do with that?
Oh, I'm going to obviously take a chainsaw to it and get all the gnarl off, and then dice it up and roast it.
Wow. And I've got some at the back of the polytunnel. I haven't even looked at what size they are.
No.
There's a lot of foliage on the top. That's what I'm worried about. So I'm thinking they might be not much.
I tell you what is nice, man. We've had it, and I've never grown a decent one to get it like that. But if you just cut it down and say like an inch thick, like right across diameter wise, like a celeriac steak, and it comes out whichever restaurant you went to and got it. Oh, it was delicious.
Oh, it's like a cross between a potato and a parsnip. But it has a little light celery, light celery flavor.
I thought it was a cross between a Swede and a celery. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, no, they're
my
so good.
Swedes though. My Swedes now are at the peak of harvest now. Yeah. I did 40 Swedes. I'm down to 20 Swedes now. I've only got, but through eating them, I'm not through any other reason. But
wow,
I thought I'd need more. I feel like I need more next year because I go through sweets so much with stews and mash and family forever. Whenever they come down, they always say, make sure you've got a couple of sweets to take home.
Do you freeze it, Danny?
I do, yeah. So I dice. Yeah, if I notice that they're going too big, there's an old gentleman at the plot who says, if it's bigger than a baby's head, don't bother. And and that's what he says about everything. But that's his method,
Yeah.
But I normally chop them up and then dice them up into cubes, and then. But normally it's fresh because when you buy a Swede from like the supermarket, you're there forever trying to peel it and cut it, and but I learned that there's a trick. I think it was Digwell who said that just microwave your Swede for about 3 minutes on a plate, and it goes soft. The first layer goes soft, and you can peel it so much quicker and cut it. But it works. I think it's about 2 minutes in the microwave. It just really.
Can anybody remember until the Americans invaded and brought pumpkins to Halloween? Can anyone remember
carving them out?
hollowing out turnips.
How many people must have ended up in hospital with a blunt
few
knife
fingers.
and a turnip?
Hollowing out a turnip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you know what the worst thing was, Audrey? They then put a candle in them, and then you smell this turnip burning from the outside all through your house. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Now, how big were these turnips?
Just like
they must have been huge.
Not very big.
Huge.
Just a bit bigger than that celeriac, Audrey.
Yeah.
So actually, would it be a Swede?
Oh, you're right.
Incorrect.
That's actually the history of the pumpkin, though, isn't it? So what happened was we always did Swedes and turnips and whatnot to ward off. It was more from a pagan thing. I feel like an historian saying this, but that's why we kind of did it to ward off evil spirits. And then what happened was then when we all migrated over to America, they were struggling to grow the Swedes and the turnips in time, and they found pumpkins, their variety of pumpkins back then. And that's how the pumpkins started for Halloween. It was all mainly because they couldn't grow the Swedes and the turnips in time. And that's the history of a pumpkin.
There you go.
Thanks. Thanks, Dan.
You all still awake?
Yeah. But surely they weren't carving them all the way back then. They can't have been.
Yeah, so that's how pumpkins had the scary faces and all on it from. I think it was the Irish actually that first started it.
But it's been within our time where pumpkins have now overtaken the turnip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now you go to supermarkets, they're in these big cardboard boxes.
Yeah, pound or two.
You know
Speaking of the turnip or the pumpkin, also at the farmers market this weekend.
Oh,
to get some of them.
Buy one, get two free.
Oh, there you go. Can't get rid of them, can they?
It's like, why do we even bother? We could literally just go to a farmer's market, right, just before harvest, pop them all on the plot and go, hey, look at this big wheelbarrow that we've got here.
So have you, Jane, Dan, Jane, you first, have you got, because we haven't got, I don't think, a harvest market up here. Like what Audrey's got, you know, where you can just go there, buy courgettes.
We get a farmer's market once a month. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
No, I was his mainly farm shops, so because everything's rural here, so you can just go to. They must be about 50 odd around me that you can go to.
No, you can get farm shops, but we get on the high street once a month. There's a farmer's market, but honestly, it's a rip-off.
Oh, it's a rip-off. You know what I mean? It's like it's a fortune.
Because they write the word organic at the start, and then that's game over. Then
I know, but they will just put artisan olives, you know, and then you ask the person, right, where have you got the olives from? Oh yeah, well, we get them imported from so and so. Yeah, you know what I mean. But it's a nice thing to have, and at this time of year, there are a lot of fresh veg and everything. But
I gotta be honest,
a lot of the farm shops come and get stalls.
I am a sucker to those farmer markets. If I see a fresh sausage roll there, I'm going to be honest. I mean, they're £5 a sausage roll, and I'm picking two, and afterwards I think, why? But I know
you get sucked in.
Yeah, my father's the same. We go to there's a local garden centre. Well, I say local, it's about 10 miles or so away, and he goes in, and the novelty of him putting 4 oranges in a machine and then making his own orange juice in a bottle and taking it home, he loves that. I mean, it keeps him happy, but he loves it. He goes there just for that. I'm like, you're a grown man, and he's there pushing them all in.
His dream, yeah,
loves it.
Can I just say, though, about the whole pumpkin thing, don't you find that after Halloween, there are that many pumpkins just thrown out? Just whole ones that have been used for decoration, and people don't actually realise that you can eat them, or that you can actually. They think that you can only eat the butternut squash, or maybe even the big orange pumpkins.
Pumpkin pie, I love pumpkin pie.
But they don't eat them. And I remember a neighbour of ours, she's moved now, but she had 3 children, and they had a beautiful display of pumpkins outside. And then she said, I don't know what I'm going to do with them afterwards. You can do all sorts of things. We spend months growing these things, but it seems like such a waste in a way.
I did the Jamie Oliver when you just mentioned butternut, Jane, there, just straight in the oven with the skin on and everything. I think it was like 40 minutes. It came out, let it just cool just a bit, the skin just came off. Because again, that's one of them ones where how many accidents you have trying to peel them things. You know what I mean?
Don't peel them. Warm them up. Yeah.
I made like a vegetarian cottage pie with sweet potato and pumpkin as the topping.
But that would have been back in the day. That would have been your carrot and swede, wouldn't it? What we do the sweet potato and pumpkin now, but carrot and swede. That was
if I said to my family, I've done you a nice potato and pumpkin mash, they'd look at me funny. I'm not sure if they do that where you live, but do they, after Halloween, the day after, they put them all outside the front, on the road? Because they do that, and I think they have someone come around and collect them all to turn into food for animals. That's what we tend to do around here.
That's a good idea.
I tend to pick up a few of them from the side of the road, and I used to take them over when I had chickens for them to eat, and you take the candle wax out from the middle and off you go with them.
I'm trying to just find if I had that. I took a picture of me. Sorry, I know this is of me pumpkin.
The problem is most of ours don't survive the squirrels.
Yeah.
Once they're outside for a while.
Yeah, the squash bug as well. They're doing like a big squash bug, Audrey.
Well, if I'm growing them, I didn't this year.
Yeah, we don't get that here. We don't get them, do we, Jane? That squash bug that they have that eats all the vines and the squash out. And...
Yeah, they're nasty.
Bugs, the bull.
But we don't have that problem here, though.
No.
Oh yeah, we get the squash bug for sure.
Yeah, it's a shame. But it's But I'm not saving any seeds off my squash this year. I'm going to start fresh. I always save them each year, but I think I'm just going to start fresh.
I'm shocked you do that.
Yeah, I was going to say someone mentioned. Was it you, Dan, that mentioned something about that?
Yeah, it's a bit. I think you come with certain ones, but I just think for the sake of saving them and then that risk just for a couple of pounds for a couple of pumpkins, it's just you're better off just buying them where they're going to come from, because it can be a dodgy thing, especially
although bought seed isn't immune.
No,
but it's Well, do
you remember it was like 2 years ago when wasn't it Fovett? I'm not going to say the name, but it was them that they had to recall all the courgette plants and everyone had to give all the seeds back because they were dangerous. People were becoming ill. But I mean, these things.
Who was that done for? Gail?
I don't want to say because one day I might be sponsored by them or something. Oh no!
Yeah, don't burn your bridges.
Mrs. Botherbill. I think that's quite safe. Yeah.
Well then, listen. Top of the hour. Bosh.
Yeah.
57 minutes and 15 seconds. So I think that's good.
Are you counting the time down? You're counting us down there, Tony.
Yeah.
Let's hope the sound is all okay, but we all sound okay, so let's fingers crossed tonight.
Did you notice on last week's I said, there has been the Amazon outage, hopefully we're okay. And then as soon as I tried to download it, just and it was still like that the next morning.
You see? Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got it eventually, but it was still that company who I use, Riverside, for the recording. They got hit big time. You know what I mean? So hopefully this time.
That's what happens. That's why Danny's going to be locked in his house with the curtains closed.
No light. The curtains opening and shutting on their own.
And his fuzzy duvet.
Yeah. Teddy bear duvet, Audrey, is a game changer.
Yeah. The most I've got is the auto vents not opening at the right time. I think I'll be all right.
Did anyone remove their auto vents after, or are you all just going to gamble it?
Actually, I need to ask Alan if he did. That's a good tip.
I was going to ask that, Tony, whether or not he did. But most people, I would say that they probably just leave them in until if they did break. But I just think, I remember when I fitted them, it said on the manufacturer thing is best practice to take them. But I mean, do we get it really, really that cold?
What I have noticed, mind you, Dan, is when you go into I know this is just like for people with cameras and audio and that, when you go in, it's a hideous echoey sound in the greenhouse.
I noticed on your video.
A nice acoustic, but I listened back to it. And it's
quite tinny, wasn't it?
Less, though. It'll get less as you fill it up.
Yeah.
But also, what I've done, get yourself a thermometer in there and put one in your polytunnel as well, because it's interesting to see how much warmer
it gets. What does your thermometer say in the greenhouse, Jane? 102? 59, 37?
I don't know. It goes up and down.
6 times 2, 4, 8.
Add 33 or whatever it is. Yeah.
Jane, for next week, this is your homework, Jane.
Okay.
For a show and tell next week, tell her how your thermometer works in the house and what the actual reading is.
Yeah, we want to know
what the correct reading is.
We're a little worried, Jane. Honestly,
because it's either freezing or red hot. There isn't a nice number there.
Yeah.
Oh, if it gets too hot, we open the windows. There we go. No, we don't. We don't. I'll try and be more technical.
I bet there's all pigeons and everything on your roofs because the heat will just be kind of
sunbathing.
Hey, summertime, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Audrey, where can we find you?
Real Food Comes Dirty. YouTube, Instagram.com.
Dan, where can we find you in your fancy new studio?
In you. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
And Jane?
You can find me, Jane's Growing Garden, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon. It's like one of those garden games or one of those market games where you can find me on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah. Anyway, try and remember that one.
Yes. Well, don't forget there's a link in the description for Ian's garlic, elephant garlic and onions. Yeah. Yes, do pop over there. Support your local independent growers there. Until next time, look after yourselves, everyone. Take good care. Toodle pip.
Bye.
Bye.